अगे की तुंदे कन्नै गल कीती जे कुंवर वियोगी होरें अपने शब्दें च अपने लफ्जें च जीवन के हर पहलू की जरूर टच कीते दा। जिसलै अस जम्मू की गल करने तो जम्मू कन्नै बड़ा के ईर्खा हा उनेंगी ते देशभक्ति ते है के है ही ते जम्मू की भी अपने शब्दें च उन्हें लिखिया भी ते उनके लिखने के स्टाइल विच देशभक्ति का भी एहसास असें दिखने की लभदा है। सोनेट्स दे पितामह हाँ जी कुंवर वियोगी हो। आओ उनके लिखने के स्टाइल के बारे च किश होर जानकारी लैने आ रशमीत कौर उनके कोला जड़ियाँ कि डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ इंग्लिश यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ जम्मू कन्नै ताल्लुक रखती हैं।
I wish Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Manoj Dhar, respected Chairman KVM Trust Govardhan Singh Jamwal ji, respected guests, a very good afternoon. My paper deals with the soldier poet Kunwar Viyogi's writing style with reference to patriotism and Jammu. Captain Randhir Singh Jamwal, fondly known as Kunwar Viyogi in the literary circle, was born on September 4 in the village Agora in Samba. He joined Indian Air Force in 1961 as a cadet and was commissioned in the Flying Navigation Branch in 1963. Being a multifaceted personality, he made his mark in every field he entered. His contribution to the world of Dogri and English literature as well as journalism has been remarkable. He was a rare combination of virtues like courage, bravery, sacrifice, and above all, a prolific writer who left behind a mammoth treasure of sonnets, ghazals, poems, short novels, and whatnot. He is the first and the only Indian officer to have received the prestigious Sahitya Academy Award for his Dogri poem Ghar in the year 1980. Kunwar Viyogi is a poet whose very fabric is patriotic given his vocation and his passion. His poetry is drenched with the love for his motherland, especially for his hometown Jammu. Jammu, a tranquil city that saw civilizations rise and fall, grew around the curves of Suryaputri Tavi, a land of warriors whose valor is written in golden letters and keeps shining in the name of Dogra Regiment in the Indian Army, a land that has bounty of scenic beauty, a plethora of culture and soil that gave birth to and nurtured a poet like Kunwar Viyogi, who was much ahead of his times. Kunwar Viyogi was a poet, a revolutionist, a radical, and a lover, all beautifully amalgamated into one persona. His works have a huge range of themes, from poems that talk about freedom of expression for women to poems that are full of love for his motherland, Jammu. Patriotism is usually defined as a feeling of love, devotion, and a sense of attachment to one's nation or homeland. But homeland is not just a geographical entity or a nomenclature on a map. It includes people, their life experiences, cultures, customs, and rituals. Being an objective viewer, Kunwar Viyogi captured Jammu in its essence. His patriotism is showcased in his love of his homeland that he celebrates in different aspects. Jammu is the city of temples, and temple bells form the very existential fabric of Jammuites. This is why the poet finds solace in the sound of the bells. He pays his homage to the city of temples, Jammu, in his sonnet, The Temple Bells of Jammu. The poet expresses his gratitude to the enchanting voice of the ringing of temple bells. Amidst the severe problems and stresses of life, when he feels strained or worn out, the bells sound like a lifeline as he recalls them. With all the humbleness, he prays and calls upon the bells to keep ringing and be his companion of life and relieve him of the pain. As is known from time immemorial, the sweet voice of these bells have a soothing and calming effect on the wearied soul, which thus feels a bit pleased. The bells enable it to wander around and further move on. The poet expresses his longings for the temple bells as their recall dispels all his doubts and help him continue with the struggles in life. Jammu is besotted with many picturesque lakes all around, the two most prominent being Mansar and Sanasar. The poet devotes this sonnet to Sanasar to bring out the natural bounty of the region through such places. In the sonnet Sanasar, the poet relishes the tree to his eyes experienced due to the scenic beauty of the lake. He enjoys the aesthetics of the place since it is devoid of human footprints and helps the reader to savor the loveliness of the same. The beauty of the spot is mesmerizing to the extent that it has left the poet panting. Comparing the place's untouched beauty and purity to that of a virgin, the poet calls it, and I quote, "this breathless, unadulterated, heady place," unquote. Just like Dante saw the blessed demoiselle only once and fell in love with her forever, bringing her to life and reliving the experience of seeing her through his poetry, on a similar tone, Kuvarji too here shares how he only visited the place only once, but it was sufficient for a lifetime, and how he keeps reliving and revisiting the place through day-long reveries. A river holds a cultural legacy and dominates not only the landscape but mindscapes of people. The gurgling Chenab is the lifeline of the people of Jammu. Through it, many quench their thirst and earn their livelihood. The sonnet The River Sage, composed by Kuvar Viyogi, is a reflection of his creative genius. It is his beautiful personification of the mighty river Chenab. The perfect curves it flows along, combined with the roaring voice of water, brings in a flood of emotions. Its magnificent archways sound like a sensual song. Flowing smoothly on its way, it takes turn towards south, moving on to the ancient town of Akhnur. It appears that the river, as if it is a person, negotiates the stress and obstacles on its way and moves on along the path of least resistance. Here, a wonderful message is conveyed to humans. Life is full of twists and turns, so one should always negotiate or communicate difficult situations and adopt the most middle path, leading one to move ahead in life. The author is wonderstruck at the very existence of this massive river, which sounds like an ancient sage. Trikuta Hills are like the crown of Jammu, the abode of the Devi that watches over the region. Vaishno Devi is the presiding deity of Jammu, a silent, omniscient presence in all they do, all they are. The sonnet Vaishno Devi presents an enchanting view of Vaishno Devi pilgrimage. Walking from the base camp Katra to the holy cave to have a glimpse of Mata, the devotees from far off places tread along the path scattered with rocks. As they do so, they are bestowed with so much energy because of Mata's blessing that throughout the path they constantly sing in praise of the deity. The chorus is simply unceasing with every step, and as they move closer to the holy cave, the chorus also becomes louder, and finally they reach the entry point. The pilgrims are filled with ecstasy, singing bhajans in praise of the Mata. On way to this enchanting and fascinating pilgrimage, there are many marks of primitive mythology, traditions, and history. The devotion has such a deep impression upon the poet that he joins the other devotees with no less enthusiasm and native instinct. In the end, I would like to conclude that the love of one's country or native land is inherently superior to all other feelings. Kuvar Viyogi, through these beautiful verses, pays rich tributes to his native land, Jammu. He vividly captures the spirit of the city of temples, its ordinary life experiences with rise and fall of emotions, the picturesque beauty of the landscapes, and its heritage.